Hello, so back here again, and in this video, I'm going to talk about the red zone response called flight. And flight looks very different depending on how the stress comes to us. If it's a physical threat coming towards us, a car, an animal, a aggressive person, flight physically might mean we're getting away from the situation. We start to run or we remove ourselves from the situation. Hopefully that doesn't happen too much in your life, right? Which means a lot of times in social settings, the flight will be activated because we're afraid of losing our ego identity, right? I don't feel like I can use enough words to stand up for myself or to argument for my position, opinion, will, desire, whatever it is. So I might shut down, I might avoid talking to someone, I might become a bit dismissive or avoidant towards that person or towards that situation. I might start to procrastinate. I might start to kind of push something forward and like, oh, I don't really want to do it. I'll deal with that later. So that would be how a flight response looks like in a social setting, more in terms of ego identity, a fear of ego death, as we say. So a good way to work with this is to really allow yourself to come back, right? So I'm going to do a grounded meditation for you so that you can get an idea of how that looks like. So start by finding a nice, comfortable seated or lying down position. Eyes can be open or closed. If your eyes are open, keep them close to your body so we don't get too distracted with the surroundings. And take a couple of deep breaths. And allow yourself to feel your inhalation and exhalation. And from here, allow yourself to feel the weight of your body. And imagine yourself growing a root from the base of your spine, just like you would plant a tree or anything into the ground. Like you feel your tailbone and extends and it goes into the ground through the bed, sofa, or seat that you're in. Deep into the ground as you breathe. Just like the roots of a tree, it does not only go deep, it goes wide, deep and wide. That's why trees are so rooted and can withstand any storm, because they're grounded, they're connected to the earth. So let's do the same. Bring your energy deep into the earth and wide. So no matter what comes your way, you feel rooted, firm, and connected to yourself, to your body, to your environment as you breathe. This might feel new for you if you haven't done this before. It might feel scary. So give yourself the time to acquaint yourself with this new experience of feeling this old response coming up, wanting to run away. But I choose to stand and ground, root myself. And breathe in and out. And if it feels okay for you, you can allow the body to sway a little bit side to side or back and forth. Might feel a little bit artificial in the beginning, or up and down. But this is just like a tree. It has a natural rhythm, movement. And flexibility is the companion of life. Something that's flexible can be bent, can be shaped, adapted. Something that is brittle or stiff will break at some point. So we become rooted and grounded, yet we're flexible, can transform without losing ourselves, without forsaking ourselves. Just stable like a tree, just dancing with the wind, the storms of life, arguments, events, work, family, relationships, social, societal dynamics. You can withstand it all through the times and ages, just like a tree. Grows to be several hundred years old without ever moving, just by going deeper into the ground and wider. Whenever you need, allow yourself to come back to this meditation, this practice. And after you've done this for a few times, this will be a new normal. This will be what your nervous system remembers, a new reference point. Instead of moving away, stand still, not in an aggressive or violent way, but firm, rooted, connected, grounded, with compassion to yourself and others. And when you feel ready, can imagine that you're drawing the roots back up through the ground, allowing them to be narrow, more shallow, bringing the roots slowly up through the ground, all the way up to your tailbone. And when you feel ready, you can gently open your eyes if they were closed. And sometimes when we do these practices, we might get insights or messages. Don't worry too much about where they come from. Just trust that whatever is meant to come to you will come through. So whatever is good for you in this moment, do that. Drink a cup of tea, take a couple of nice deep breaths, take a walk, maybe journal a little bit about what came down. And the more we practice these tools, grounding resources, the more we're creating a new reference point in your nervous system, a new experience for your nervous system to come from, which will change the way you look at yourself and reality, not only from a conscious level, from a autonomic nervous system level, a subconscious level. So your patterns, your habits will be differently than before because you're bringing in new reference points and experiences into your nervous system. And that's how we change using grounding over a period of time. So thank you very much for following along this flight grounding meditation, and I will see you in the next video.